I mean, I pick up a football. I'm not thinking about, hey, let's just play catch. I'm thinking like, how tight of a spiral can I throw it? And if they called me into action right now, would I be ready to go?
That was my next question. Would you be ready to go right now?
I'd whoop ass right now, to be
Would
honest.
you really?
Absolutely. I could go out there and play. Give me a month. I mean, I could go play with anybody.
Confession time.
Yeah.
I got smoked by 2 German kids in the Bahamas last week.
How old were they?
12.
What do you mean by smoked? How embarrassing.
One of the kids started talking, so now I'm like, I'm gonna go. But I couldn't move left or right. I couldn't. My shot was flat. Like, I was like, who was I and where did it go?
Really?
Give me your diet right now and I'm gonna follow it.
Multivitamins, fish oils, all that stuff. And I didn't miss a day. Swear to God, didn't miss a day.
Shaq's life is a cheat day.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I was healthy on
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Shaq, I don't think you could have changed that.
Yeah, but I want to be a sex symbol like you.
You're doing just fine.
No,
Trust me.
I'm not.
What do you eat?
A sausage and cheese omelet and 2 biscuits.
You eat all that
Yeah, I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big, big, big. I'm coming to win. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big. I do it big, big, big. Say it again. I do it big.
What is up? What is good? How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? It is the Big Podcast with Shaq, where we always do it.
Big.
And we got ourselves a monster. A monster. Shaq has been accusing me of using ChatGPT for the intros. I made sure on the flight down here, it was all from the top of the dome.
Let's do it.
Am I allowed?
Yes, you're allowed.
From pick 199 to a 7-ring reign, he turned doubters into statues, left defenses in pain. Cool like Joe, chin sharp as a dart. Man carried a 2-ton chip on his shoulder and a psycho heart. Whether it was that Foxborough cold or that Tampa Bay heat, you could be up 28-3 and still get your beat. He'd yell, "Let's go," with every cell in his chest. Because of him, we no longer debate which QB is best. From San Mateo, California, the greatest quarterback of all time, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. is in the house.
I can't live up to that, right? I can't. Whatever you said, I can't even live up to that. I'm taking that with me wherever we go.
So first question, because I always talk about how jealous I am of certain people, especially when it comes to that GOAT conversation. How does it feel? Like you are the GOAT. Like I've seen the ones before you, I'm seeing the ones now. You are the GOAT. I wish I knew how that felt. Like for me, they said I'm the most dominant big man. It feels good, but how does it feel to be like, hey, you're the greatest player? Like, how does that feel like when you hear it from people, of your stature?
I always feel that it doesn't feel right, to be honest. I feel like when I look at my career and I look at the path that I took to get there, I just feel like I took advantage of my opportunities, and a lot of things I learned along the way came from a lot of the people that came into my life that really helped lift me up to reach my true potential. And I got to play a long time. And because I played a long time, the mental part of football is so important because what we do is so much between the ears and from the shoulders up, certainly at the quarterback position. So later in my career, I just continued to accelerate when most people see kind of a sharp decline because of the way I took care of myself. And, I learned from my best friend, my body coach, Alex, who took care of my body. And we just kept getting better and better and better. And that allowed me to play in a lot of big games later in my career, like to win the MVP of the league. I think it was 2017. So I was 40 years old. And it was like, and I just felt like, and then I go to Tampa at 43 and I throw 40 plus touchdown passes. It's just like, but the only reason I could do that was because of, again, I had the ability, but I was able to have people come into my life that took care of me and just, so I don't feel like, it's like a one-man thing. I feel like, no, it was everybody that was a part of my journey to go to the Patriots with Bill Belichick. His first year was my first year. Like, what a blessing to have one coach who demanded everybody be their best every day and the accountability that needed to go with it. So I didn't have to be the asshole all the time. Like, I wanted us to play to a certain standard, but I had a coach who wanted the same thing. So you're trying to develop a rapport with your teammates. And like a lot of the coaches, certainly when I look around, they want to be liked. So it's like, then what do I got to be the asshole? Because guys aren't doing their job. So I appreciated someone like Belichick who pushed everybody and then forced everyone to be their best too. And then a lot of the players that came along, they saw kind of the values of what the organization was built on. And they were like, man, we don't want to fuck this up. So we got to live up to that too. And that was, 23 years of playing. I had a lot of opportunities to win those championships. And we only, not only 7, but 7 of 23, if I played 12 years, I don't win 7, so I played a long time. That was part of my journey, and so happy I got to play well later in my career.
It's funny because he thanks all these people. Shaq has said if he had Kareem's scoring record, he would just be walking around being like, I'm the GOAT.
No, I would, definitely.
Yeah.
I watch young Shaq highlights and show my kids, and just like the LSU highlights, early Orlando Magic highlights when, it was just the most unstoppable player that ever been on the court. It's just incredible. And then, your entire career, and it was unmatched in my opinion.
Speaking of kids, how do you explain to kids your journey? Because, a lot of people that have the stature that we are, they come in with that stature.
Yeah.
Right. And you, a lot of people make fun of you, of your draft day run. I didn't see what the big deal is, but I guess they say you weren't fast enough, you weren't good enough. How did you not listen to the naysayers and just persevere to become the GOAT?
Yeah.
Because, a lot of people, when you keep hearing you're not good, you're not good, you're not good, they just turn the other way and disappear. But you, my friend, you just said F that and you just became the great. So how? What was your mental thought process every time?
It's interesting because I think somehow we always think like the mental part about, or the mental emotional part of our being is like, hey, that's always something that we learned along the way. And I think some of that you're born with too. Like you were born a certain height, a certain size. I was born that way. I had no way I could have changed it. But I also think there was part of me that was, had a good work ethic when I was a kid. I loved hard. Like, I'd play golf. My dad would take me out and play golf. I had 3 older sisters, and they were, all great athletes.
Were you the youngest
I
of
was
4?
the youngest of 4.
Oh, so you were getting bullied the whole time.
Well, I was being spoiled a little bit, but like, okay, so if we went out to the golf, because my dad was like, all right, let's get away from those girls. Let's go play golf. It was like, I'd hit a ball and it would be like in a tough lie in the rough. And my dad would be like, no, move the ball. Just give yourself a lie. Hit it. It's not the US Open. And I was like, no, I'm playing it just like that. I wanted it to be hard. And it was just in me from the beginning. When I was in like 4th or 5th grade, my sister was going into high school and she was a good softball pitcher. And she would have to go work out in the gym in the morning. And here I am, 4th, 5th grade. And I was like, I'm going to get up and go to the gym with you. And it was just like, it wasn't even like I made a conscious decision. It was just like, I felt the pull to do that. And then even when I got to college, it was like the same way. It was like, no, I don't mind working out 2-3 times. So it was just a blessing for me. And it's not like it was like, it was kind of a choice and discipline, but like I had really good discipline, but I was born that way. So it's like, I can't take credit for that.
So you think you have to have it in you. You don't think you can just turn it on. Because I've been knowing you for a long time. I never known that. I just thought that you got pissed and you just turned it up.
Yeah. I think it was always in there. And then I used, over time, I think you can improve it. I think a lot of things, if you put a lot of time and effort in, you can improve 10 to 20%. I don't think you can improve 50%. Like, I don't think you can be, like, if you're a good shooter,
right,
can you get better? Absolutely. If you're a bad shooter, can you become a great shooter? No. You could probably be better and you could be serviceable. But like, if you put all the time and energy into it, like 10 to 15%, like if you want to jump higher, can you go from a 26-inch vertical to a 42-inch vertical? Impossible. Maybe you can go from 26 to 30 if you work really hard at it. But the point is, like, I don't think you can just all of a sudden, make a decision and then become something different. Like, our brains are wired a certain way, like there's certain things in school. I was just never good at, like, language. You put language in front of me, you give me Spanish, my brain just would not function, but like math, all right, you put down math, I look at it one time, on to the next thing. So even like football playbook, people be like, "Whoa, did you learn a playbook?" I'm like, "Yeah, I looked at it one time, got it, moved on to the next one. Next play, okay, got that coverage, great." like I had one of those memories in football, which a lot of guys have to study it and study. And for me, after my third year, I didn't even open my playbook.
Damn.
It just had it all. And
So
I
it was
could
just
remember.
football photographic memory.
It was kind of like that. Like, and again, it's not like it was just born and it was just natural.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a cool part. And like, even like willpower, that's another thing that I don't think like it's in you or it's not, and I'm very fortunate that was in me because that's really the only way I was able to persevere over time. And then the resilience part of like trying something and failing, I was never fearful of failing because I felt like it's really important. And I think that like sometimes we want to like, and especially today's world, whether it's for our kids or whether it's like college athletes with NIL, like if it's not going your way, go somewhere else. And I'm like, that's not the path to success. Because like you're going up against a tough team in the NBA final. You can't go around that team. You got to go through them. But like if you've gone around your whole life looking for something easy, and then all of a sudden you got to go through, you don't even know what to do. You can't even develop that resilience, that perseverance within yourself. So everything should be like that aspect of it. Go through it, challenge yourself and then fail. Try that's hard. Like go outside of your comfort zone. Try things that you're not going to be good at. Put the time and effort to be better at it and then see yourself improve so you gain this sense of self-confidence within yourself.
Knowing him as well as I do and hearing you, what you demand out of your teammates is what you demand out of yourself. And I'm curious how you think this would have worked, you two together. Because you've been with Kobe. I'm just curious, like, would this have fed you?
First of all, I don't believe you're asking that question to Rob Blackonsky. You like that one?
That's the one you were sitting on this whole time? Rob Blackonsky? Wow, I thought it was going to be huge.
Well, Tom is older.
Okay.
So when you have greatness in front of you, you listen, right? I had to become this, and everything was on me. We lose, it was on me. So I had to figure ways out to become him, and the dynamic would have worked perfectly. So, but the good thing about me is I listen to greatness. Like Magic would say certain things. Dr. J would call me and say certain things. Patrick Ewing, Hakeem Olajuwon would say certain things.
Welcome back for another riveting portion of Pick Six with Shaq, where Shaq tells you more or less, and most of the time he's correct. Why, Shaq?
Because I'm good.
And he's brilliant, and some say good looking. Unfortunately, that's not me. First game, Rams-Seahawks NFC West battle, Thursday night football. Why does the Falcon sound like the Seahawk?
Same thing as a bird.
I think they should be different.
No, it was a bird.
What's the noise again? That's a Falcon. What would a Seahawk be if it was different? Amazing. It's a Falcon that's choking. Matt Stafford, more or less passing yards.
Less.
What about touchdowns?
No.
It is a very good Seahawks defense. This is a great defensive battle, so I'm with you. I could see a lot of lesses. Running back for the Rams, Kyron Williams, rushing yards.
Less.
Does he score a touchdown, though?
No.
You could still score and not have – okay.
Not against Seattle, you can't.
Now on the Seahawks, having maybe the best season of any wide receiver, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Where they playing at?
They are playing in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, more.
So him and Sam Darnold connect. Does he score a touchdown?
Yes.
The running back, Kenneth Walker, in a timeshare with
More
Kenneth
and more.
Charbonnet.
More and
But
more.
Walker is the one that has the big day.
More and more.
So you're going mores, but lesses on Stafford and Kyron Williams. And then Saturday, Eagles Commanders. So that goes a little higher.
Yeah.
And then we didn't practice this. What does a commander sound like?
What's a commander?
Great question. I don't know, which means you could use any noise in your incredible Shaq noise library.
Is it a bird?
No, it's a commander.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I would go with boom, boom. Do you approve? Thumbs down. Okay. Jalen Hurts, more or less passing
Q
yards.
dog. More.
More.
And
Touchdowns.
he scores, of course.
So you love all Qs.
Yes.
Can you throw up the hooks real quick? Nice. Saquon Barkley, more or less rushing
more.
yards. Touchdowns.
And he scores, of course.
Devontae Smith from Bama.
More.
So everybody's just cooking.
More and more.
Other side, Commanders side, boom, boom. Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Commanders.
I like him more.
Okay. Does he score though?
Yeah, he scores.
He kind of is an Eagles killer. And then Krosky Merritt, aka Bill, more or less rushing yards.
Less.
And then touchdown.
No.
Who do you want to win? Eagles or Commanders?
I don't want anybody to win. The Eagles will win.
Well, in your perfect world, what would happen?
They'll win by 2 touchdowns.
Okay, I was going to say you would want like a tie or something.
Win by 2 touchdowns.
And then who wins Rams Seahawks?
Rams.
Okay, he's going Rams, he's going Eagles, and he's taking a lot of Moors here with the DraftKings pick 6.
The Big Podcast is teamed up with DraftKings Pick 6 where we do it big. Big matchups this week, big conversations everywhere, and DraftKings Pick 6 lets you ride the upside on all of it. This is the best of the year, and we have lots of good basketball. We are staying busy this season and hitting more, and more. More three-pointers, more points, and more rebounds. New DraftKings customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Simple, easy, and big pot approved. So get in on the action and sign up using my promo code BIGPOD. One more time, new DraftKings customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Who's on that? Hold on, I gotta take this.
He's picking up his phone during the podcast.
Hello? Hey man, I know you're busy right now, but I just crashed the Shaq mobile. No need to panic, man. Remember, when you got the General Insurance online, the customer service was quick and easy. I did, man. They gave me a break on my car insurance when I needed it the most. I know, but you got nothing to worry about. The General will keep you in the game. Call him up or jump on the app to report your claim now. Trust me, he's gonna take care of you. It's cool, I got the General Insurance. I'm filing my claim on the app right now. All right, man, remember, the General is here to keep you moving forward. I gotta get back to the pod. This episode of the Big Podcast with Shaq is brought to you by the General Insurance. You know Shaq loves the General. Before the league, before the rings, before I got my big break, I've been rocking with the General since I owned my first car. The General has been offering quality auto coverage for over 60 years. And you already know the General was there for Shaq when I needed him. Low rates and flexible payment options to keep you covered. If you're ready for your big break, you know what to do. Visit thegeneral.com to get a quote today. Again, visit thegeneral.com to get a quote today. And it wouldn't be the Big Podcast without the General Insurance. Would you like to sing the song? I would. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General, save some time.
Shaq, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
Who pushed you when you were, I know your dad was
Oh
a
yeah,
big,
my dad was
was he hard on you?
yes, super hard. Military drill sergeant, and he wanted perfection. I always tell the story. I played against kids his size in high school, so I got 45 at 3/4, and we're up 50, 60. I'm not dunking. I'm 6'11". I'm just still not dunking because, I'm smooth. So I lay it up, finger roll, and miss. He comes on the court, calls the timeout. I was like, bro, we playing a game. Call
He
the
wasn't
timeout.
the coach, by the way.
Yeah, it wasn't the coach.
He just came on the
He
court.
just came
I
on the
love
court,
that.
called the timeout. Took me outside, smacked the out of me.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm working on my Magic Johnson. Whap! Magic Johnson, you need to be Shaq. So that's when I started dunking. And every time I dunk, I wanted to tear the rim off because
Yeah.
I was mad at him.
Yeah. Wow.
I was mad at him. But, the most valuable thing I got out of that lesson is to never be complacent, on to the next. Whereas a youngster used to have the trophies on, how it was with the youth, we play on Saturday, championship game, we win. Sunday, trophies be gone. Trophies be gone. So,
What about your basketball influence? Who challenged you to be the best basketball player you could be?
I always tell people that there's 2 types of jealousy: professional jealousy and envious jealousy. I'm jealous of you. You're the GOAT. I would love to have that title. So I would see things that I didn't have, and it would drive me crazy. Not to the point where I'm going to be envied, to be like, mafia or karate style movies. I'm taking that. Like when I first came in the league, everybody was on Magic and Jordan and Barkley. I'm like, them, it's going to be my league one day. So it just motivated me. And then coming from where people want you to fail and they think you're going to fail all the time, I can't fail. I can't make you right. So I won in Little League. I won in high school. Didn't win in college. Wasn't winning in the NBA, and it was just driving me crazy. And seeing everybody else win and get the glory, I wanted the glory. So I had to figure ways out to know how to get that glory.
What he was saying, though, about coaches, you would tell stories about how Phil would pull the right strings to motivate. I mean, you guys did play for Belichick and Phil Jackson.
Amazing.
Like, they probably knew exactly how to pull the strings to get you guys going.
Yeah.
I don't know how your relationship with Belichick was, but the only reason why I respected Phil, because I knew he was a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of my coaches, if they didn't win, I don't think I could trust you. You know what I mean? But because I know who he was and what he did, everything he said.
Where he had already had the Bulls experience.
Yes, he already had the Bulls experience.
I think it's super important. Yeah. And I think it's super important in that role as like a head coach to demand, like, everyone uses the terms players coach and stuff like that. Like, I think the coach should always separate himself from the players because he's got to make hard decisions. And, you know, part of being a real grown up in life, I think, is telling people when what they're doing isn't good enough, whether that's your kids, whether that's someone you work with, whatever professional realm you're in, you have to learn to develop that skill because when other people there's one person that's letting everybody down and everyone's working really hard, but this one person just won't commit. But so many people are afraid to actually tell that person for fear of them not retaliating, but maybe giving less and I think
I want to be traded. That stuff. Yeah.
The real grown-up coaches, the real grown-up teammates are not afraid to say that in order to get the team to where it needs to go.
You know, I've been a Tom Brady fan my whole life ever since I've been watching football. You're amazing. I learn something new about you every day. Father was a professional baseball player. Yeah. Sister was great at softball. You were drafted, I think, by the Montreal Expos. Yeah. So what made, because baseball pays a lot of money too, and you probably could have got the same thing. What made you say, nope, forget baseball, I'm going with football?
Yeah, the crazy part is, so when I grew up in the Bay Area, I went to a high school that was a really great baseball school. It was probably one of the best in the Bay Area. Barry Bonds went to our high school. And when I went to my freshman year in high school was the year that Barry got to come play for the San Francisco Giants. So we all looked up to him. He was like the man. So I loved baseball my whole life. I was a really good baseball player. And then all of a sudden, the Niners were really good too. That was their heyday, Montana to Young. So we were in this community of sports where it was like Niners on one end, and yet here I am at Sarah, and Barry Bonds is our god. So I ended up trying out for football my freshman year, and I wasn't great at it. I didn't even know how to put the pads in my pants. I was looking around all the other dudes who played Pop Warner. I was like, how do I see their tailbone pad, your hip pad? Like, and so here I am. I played on the street all the time. We played touch football with all the kids on the street. So now I'm looking around and we go out to practice. These dudes who've been playing Pop Warner are flying around, hitting people. And I'm like, this is really moving fast. So I played my freshman year in high school and I didn't even win the starting job on the freshman team. I was the backup on a team that went 0-8. We didn't win a game and the coach didn't even want to put me in the game. But I loved the feeling of the team of playing football and the physical element of the game, even though I was a way better baseball player, like all-star in baseball, everything. And then my love for the game just grew. I went into my second year where I tried out for the JV team, made it, ended up being the starter. And our coaches who knew how tough it was as freshmen for us because we didn't win, they just made it so much fun. Every practice we loved it and they really embraced it. Then my junior year, I started to grow into my body. Now I was like 6'4", 210, could throw the ball pretty well. I went to some camps and I started looking at other kids like, hold on. And then I just fell in love with throwing a football. And like, it's hard to describe throwing a football. I don't know if you've ever I don't know what it would compare to in basketball, but like, I would say for golf, when you're on the golf course and you hit like a perfect 7-iron and you just flush it and that ball comes off your club face and it's the perfect trajectory and it lands exactly where you want, that was me throwing a football. Like I would just look at you, Shaq, and I would throw a ball and it came out of my hands perfect and the perfect amount of spiral with the perfect amount of pace. If I was aiming for your right eye, on their side, and it hit you right in the right eye, I'd be like, throw it back. I want to do it again. Over and
it was like
over.
a drug.
It's a drug.
Yeah.
And it still is. I mean, I pick up a football. I'm not thinking about, hey, let's just play catch. I'm thinking like, how tight of a spiral can I throw it? And if they called me into action right now, would I be ready to go?
That was my next question. Would you be ready to go right now?
I'd whoop ass right now, to be honest.
Would you really?
Absolutely. I could go out there and play. Give me a month. I mean, I could go play with anybody.
Really?
Serious
31
knees
days.
like knees and hips.
My body, I mean, like I said, I took care of my body great. I mean, everything is, I could do it all. And I just, what I wouldn't want to do is, make the commitment to play. Cause it's like, I would say it's like basketball season. Do you really want to commit to playing 82 games? That takes a lot of training. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore.
But if he could come back for just the finals.
Okay, yeah, for just the finals.
Then it's
Confession time.
Yeah.
I got smoked by 2 German kids in the Bahamas last week playing basketball.
How old were they?
12.
Really?
What do you mean by smoked? How embarrassing
Okay, so
was it?
first of all, they were there on the court by themselves, so it wasn't like a big fan thing. And one of the kids started talking, so now I'm like, I'm gonna go. But I couldn't move left or right. I couldn't. I couldn't.
Well, he's
move
more
left,
recent
right.
out the game than
I mean,
you.
my shot was flat. Like, I was like, who was I and where did it go?
Man.
Like,
Yeah.
Smoked.
I saw the video of MJ when he went up to New York and he rented that house. And
Right.
he was like, man, let me see if I can make a free throw. And then he made it. And he said, man, I haven't shot a ball in a long time. So that was like, I just want to see him do it. You
The
know?
way you talk about it, you're not ready to give up the football. Like that still
I'm
means
playing-
something to you.
I'm playing in a flag football game in Saudi Arabia on March 21st with all NFL players. And I'm one of the quarterbacks. I'm gonna be out there with Jaden Daniels and
you're
it's either-
cranked up. This isn't just some fun thing. Like I can
I
tell.
want to do great,
Yeah.
and I always feel like, man, I want people to look like, damn, that Tom Brady right there,
Yes.
and I want to throw that ball and people go, oh yeah, because
His last game, he threw for 351 yards. So it's not like there was a drop off.
yeah,
Right now, I'm watching LeBron and I'm seeing he's struggling to get 10. You still think you can go right now. How do you you left at a time where I think you still had the juice. You kind of went and played the last few years and kind of were like, okay, I'm done. You're a GOAT. LeBron's up. What advice do you give to someone where it's like, I always want to be the guy, but at the same time, I'm not what I once was? How do you
Yeah.
bridge that?
that'd be pretty hard for me. That'd be pretty hard. I think if I looked at myself and said I can't do what I used to do, then I would just say like enough's enough. That'd be tough because that's hard for all of us to see
Yeah.
ourselves go.
Trust me.
That used to be so easy. And then now it's really hard. But I mean, it's different, I mean, there's one element that I have a big advantage is I don't have to run. I could move my feet quick. I could move in the pocket. I could shuffle. Like the game is easy. I see every play. I could see every defense. But like the element of actually sprinting and cutting
Yes.
like a halfback, that's a whole different story. You can't be my age and do those things. So, and that's not my style of play, but
Can I ask you a personal question?
yeah.
Let me tell you a story first.
Yeah.
I've been skinny Shaq, medium Shaq, fat Shaq. You've been Tom your whole life.
Yeah.
What is your diet?
Yeah.
And how did you discipline yourself? Because when I started playing, I was like, I done everything. I got my championships that they saying I'm a legend. And then I just got out of control. How
Yeah.
did you say, and what do you eat? Like, give me your diet right now and I'm
Yeah.
going to follow it.
So I would say, like, I always ate. I was pretty health conscious when I came into the league in 2000.
Okay.
I was pretty health conscious.
Not
I started
me.
getting involved in even vitamins, multivitamins, fish oils, all that stuff in the year 2000. And I didn't miss a day. Swear to God, didn't miss a day. Then I got into in about 2003.
Shaq's life
2004.
is a cheat day.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I was healthy on
But you know the thing,
Tuesday.
Shaq, I don't think you could have changed that. And if I
like burgers though, Tom.
Yeah.
I like burgers
I
and club
know.
sandwiches.
And I do too, but I just, like I said, I think I was born with the ability to say no, where I don't think some other people were born with that ability. And it's just like you're born 7'2", 7'1". I was never going to be born that tall. So it's just like, it was kind of a blessing for me, I guess.
Yeah, but I want to be a sex symbol like you.
You're doing just fine.
No,
Trust me.
I'm not.
You're doing just fine.
All right, the next segment is sponsored by Luna Zul Tequila, which means blue moon, and we're always tracking what people, places, or things are headed to the moon. Shaq, which person, place, or thing is skyrocketing lately to the moon? You want to give some props? An athlete, a musician, a movie star, a business, a city, anything that you believe is on its way to the moon, like Luna Zul Tequila.
I'm happy for AJ DeBanter.
Heck of a player.
I'm happy for Cooper Flagg.
Ooh, rookie in the NBA for the Dallas Mavericks.
Because when you talk about positioning, he's the youngest #1 draft pick that's been positioned in the perfect place. The last one I could recall was Tim Duncan. Duncan, your position in a great organization, you got great players, you got David Robinson backing you up. Like Cooper Flag doesn't have to be the man because you're not going to outman Kyrie, and when AD is playing at a high level, you're not going to outman ID. So he's right there, and he's learning, and rookies always get that 1 year grace.
Yes. You get to still be a kid.
It's only a small percentage of rookies that come in and make noise.
Yes.
I was one of those guys. Penny Hardaway made noise as a rookie. But I'm happy for him. And I will definitely be watching.
I would like to also suggest Austin Rivers.
The Cowboys are back.
How does that make you feel?
Condolences to the young man's family.
Right.
But the Cowboys are playing well. They're playing with inspiration. And hopefully they continue this right now. And, you know, it's never to be a team say we're playing for the playoff hunt. But they are playing for the playoff hunt. And I think if they make it to the playoffs, they can go pretty far. I'm looking forward to that.
If the Cowboys truly go to the moon, Luna Zool, and somehow put it together after these trades and win a Super Bowl, how would you celebrate? And would Luna Zool be in your cup?
It'll be Luna Zool and this. That's exactly how I celebrate, just like that. Popcorn everywhere, baby.
Popcorn everywhere and Luna Zool, the perfect Super Bowl celebration for Shaquille O'Neal.
From the fields of it, let's go. 250 years of tequila making tradition have led up to this.
Luna Zool puts tradition above trends and brings out the best of all of your favorite tequila cocktails.
Like the Big Pod Paloma.
Ooh. Crafted with pride for what's inside, 100% Blue Weber agave and no extras. Diesel, this is looking pretty good.
I know, she's gonna have to make me one of those too. It's the Big Pod Paloma made with Luna Zool tequila, and of course it's gonna be good. Ooh, that's nice.
Thank you. It's phenomenal.
Those who know, look to Luna.
Luna Zool Tequila, Bardstown, Kentucky, 40% alcohol by volume. Think wisely, drink wisely.
I'm gonna take two.
Oh gosh.
This episode is sponsored by ZipRecruiter. Starting a business, starting podcasts, I know the hardships. A lot more roles go into this podcast than you might realize. The producers, the editors, social team, the video team, the sales team, you name it. And if you need to hire for your business and want an easier way to find qualified candidates, head to ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/big.
Thankfully, there's a place you can go for help. ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter does the work for you to make hiring fast and easy. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/big. You knew it was going to be big. ZipRecruiter's smart technology identifies top talent for your roles quickly, as quick as Shaq can get a new business deal going. Just got another one. Immediately after you post your job, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology starts showing you qualified people for it. Again, that is ZipRecruiter.com/big.
Experience faster, easier hiring with ZipRecruiter. Here's to a new year of hiring made easy with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employees who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/big. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/big. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Can we play our world famous game really
Yes,
quick?
let's do it.
I don't know if you have any idea what you just walked into. It is now time to play the game that everyone loves called White People or Black People. I apologize to this child right here. I'm going to say a very generic topic, and you're going to tell me whether it's white people or black people.
First of all, it's Tom Brady. WPS or BPS?
Okay, well, I just wanted to get it out so he knows
well,
now.
yeah,
Okay, WPS or BPS,
Exactly.
drinking water.
Oh, that's WPS.
WPS.
Okay,
I hate water. Hate it.
what made you say WPS? Is this something you see in the locker room?
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's
This is a safe space. So you think more white athletes are drinking water? What are black athletes drinking?
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Incredible. I want you to know that I tested that one with everyone. They were like, water?
Yeah.
Everyone. And I was like, I'm telling you, I don't think it is. Stopping the microwave before the timer goes off.
That's BPS.
NA. I don't know.
I also was wondering,
NA.
NA, not attainable or not applicable.
do you
Thank
not
you.
use
Man.
do you not
Yeah.
use a
I
microwave?
don't use a microwave.
When do you think the last time you used a microwave was?
It's been a long time.
We're we talking like 30 years?
No,
Okay,
probably
okay.
more than 10.
Okay, wow.
More than 10.
Because I did that the other day.
I believe it. I also think that white people put in an exact time.
Oh, no. I
And then black,
always-
what do you do?
So it depends.
You hit plus 30 seconds.
No, it depends. So the other day I had steak and pasta. So I was like 3 minutes. So
But at 2:59,
no, it's,
boop.
Wait, you made a steak in the microwave?
no. My guy made me a steak. My chef made me a steak. So it was the pasta. So I only use 2 times when I put it in the microwave, 1:30 or 3 minutes.
That's the only 2 times.
Yeah, it's only 2 times.
Yeah, white people are putting in like 2:47.
247, letting it run right down to 247.
To what you were just talking about, avocado ice cream.
Oh, WPS.
Oh, WPS.
This is one of his guilty pleasures.
I mean,
Hold on,
look,
what?
it's just avocado based, but there's lots of, there's actually some great ice creams now that you can make. Like I have this Ninja Creamy.
Yeah.
I can make literally a chocolate protein shake. What I make is I make a protein shake, great protein, chocolate, flavorful,
What do
water.
you eat for breakfast?
I usually I eat a lot of oatmeal lately.
I hate oatmeal. I can never do it.
What do you eat?
A sausage and cheese omelet and 2 biscuits.
I wouldn't normally eat that. Hey, you know a funny story? I went with Peyton Manning. This was like 2010, okay? And I was like, listen, I've been in the league 10 years. I called Peyton. It was off season. I was like, listen, let's me and you get together. I've learned from all the other quarterback coaches. Why don't me and you sit down and talk football for 3 days? He's like, let's do it. Come to my place in Tennessee. I fly down to Tennessee. Peyton and I spent like all the time. We work out together. We play golf together. We ride jet skis together at his house. And we, of course, were eating meals. So he
Sure.
sits down for breakfast and I'm like, hey, so-and-so, Mr. Brady, they come into this old cabin. Mr. Brady, what do you want to eat? And I'm like, I'll take, oatmeal and, two scrambled eggs. And that's it. And they're like, Peyton, what do you want? He's like, I want biscuits, gravy, 3 pancakes, six bacons. I want 3 sausages. And I'm like, you eat all that? And I was like the Southern boy with all the good helping for the comfort food. Man, I was like a totally different. I didn't even know
Was
what
there
the hell
any
he was
part of
doing.
you that wanted to try that in your 3 days with him?
No, that's the thing. I don't have to. I'm like, nah, I don't want him the way I feel after that.
Oh, he would be sleeping the whole afternoon.
I would be sleeping.
Changing from outdoor clothes to indoor clothes.
That got to be WPS.
I think it's a BPS.
Change what? I don't change.
Okay, so
clothes
my
to
wife
inside.
is Nigerian,
Okay.
so that's what. When I wear outside clothes in the house, it's an issue.
What's
Like,
an outside
Yeah,
clothes? Give me
like-
an example.
I wore this outside. Shane's wife is agreeing with me. If I wore this outside and then I came home and I like sat on the couch,
Oh, yeah.
it's seen as disgusting. No.
First of all, you can't tell me what to do in my
Okay,
house.
see that.
Yes. Exactly.
Now it's Shaq people.
Shaq people. SDS.
First of all,
That's right.
it's my house, boo boo.
That's right. My house, my rules.
Splitting the bill evenly with friends.
I don't let anyone pay for a bill when they're with me. I'm always paying for everything.
My follow up to you was, when's the last time anyone picked up a tab for you guys that you didn't pay for? I feel like you're both you go to
Actually-
dinner and everyone's like, ha ha ha.
We went to dinner time, us and the superhuman crew. I'm not going to
Yep,
shut everybody
sure.
out, but I wanted to pay for dinner, and I think, did you pay that night or did David pay?
I think David paid.
Yeah, David paid.
Yeah.
When was the last time someone picked up a tab for
I mean,
a dinner
Yeah,
you were at?
that was it.
That was how long ago was that?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
It's been 2 years.
Yeah. I mean, I have different people. Like I go to, like when I do my broadcasting for Fox Games, they always pick up the Fox picks up the.
Yeah.
I like that. I like being a guest.
I was gonna
but
say,
not with my family or friends.
yeah.
Speaking of Fox, I want to say you do an unbelievable job, and I always talk about G14 classification, and of course you have G19 classification, which a lot of people don't have. I enjoy you because I know, as a fan, you know what the hell you're talking about. So,
Yeah, appreciate
much
it.
success to you and much respect. You're doing like. I'm a fan, but I don't know football terms. But when you break it down, like it's awesome to watch. So
Thanks.
thank you.
Appreciate it. And you've been the pioneer on your show for I think what everybody tries to emulate. It was on TNT, now it's on ESPN, and you guys break the mold because everyone tries to have that camaraderie and chemistry. And I always feel like people want fun, and you bring fun everywhere you go. So
So at TNT, I'm like the Kevin Burkhardt over there. I think that I have a
that's
cheat
big
code.
shoes to fold.
Listen,
right there.
I
That's a
love
big
Kevin.
shoes to
He's
fill.
the man.
Oh no, he's good.
So we were both, I was doing baseball for TNT, he was doing baseball for Fox. I think that there's a thing you can do that is a cheat code.
Tell me.
I'm a big Eagles fan. And I was
Don't you be giving a great Tom Brady.
This is great. No, I
No,
love
no,
that,
no.
especially in broadcast. I use all the.
we
help
don't
I
do
get.
the games. We're in studio
Oh,
world.
okay.
We're in a different world. There was one part, I think like a camera went down and you were doing Eagles Bucks.
Yeah.
And you did like 4 or 5 plays from behind the quarterback.
Yeah.
And it was like the Madden view.
Yeah.
What I believe that you see more than anybody else
Yeah.
is pre-snap,
Totally.
identifying the mic, doing the blitz. If that was the Brady cam,
Yeah.
and on big drives, you're diagnosing the defense
Yeah.
when it comes up. First of all, I think the younger generation loves that cam because they play Madden, and
Yeah.
I think they're used to it.
Yeah.
But I think you see things that the other broadcasters don't see as well.
Yeah.
And I think that TV is very traditional and they get very afraid of like different camera angles. But you unlocked something when I was watching because suddenly you were circling and diagnosing, oh, this guy's going to blitz right here.
Yeah.
That to me is tapping into Tom Brady more than anything else.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if I think that should be, I would even call it like Brady vision
Oh, I
or something like that.
It's pretty good.
I think it could be cool.
I'll talk to our producer about that.
You could-
It's a good thought. It's interesting.
That
'cause
wasn't his idea. That was my idea.
That's
It was
by the way.
not.
I
Yes.
love that too.
Yeah.
I think it's important. Like, you're right. The format of TV program is really
It's been the same way for
it's
20
the
years.
same, and it's hard to change. And it's very there's that. It's almost like you're Kevin and I kind of are playing tennis,
Totally.
and I hit the ball back to him, and Kevin hits it to me, and it's hard to get into a lot of detail like a podcast because the next play's happening, the next play's happening, then you got to read, and then they go to commercial, and then you punt, and you come back, and it's just a really cadenced game.
Yes.
So, but I do like the idea of trying to make it a little more integrative.
It is now time for Guess That Price, a game segment sponsored by our friends at JCPenney. We're giving gifts and we're guessing prices, and at JCPenney, it is always prices that wow. So here's how it's going to work. I am going to have an item from JCPenney. I'm going to tell you the original retail price, and you're going to guess the sales price. And it is not just going to be Shaquille O'Neal. We have a member of our illustrious audience here today. Is Gabby Morales here? She is here indeed. Give it up, Gabby Morales.
Hello, Gabby.
Hi.
How are you?
Wow.
Good. How are you guys doing?
How are you at guessing prices?
I think I'm pretty good, but let's see. We're going to put it to the test.
First one we have up first. I'm very excited about this. It is the iLive gaming bundle for PC and gaming consoles. Get in the game like never before with the iLive gaming accessory bundle, the perfect gift for any gamer in your life. LED backlit keyboard, lightweight, ergonomic, all the things that are great, available at JCPenney. Sturdy, reliable, built for this holiday season. The original retail price is $80. Now, guess the sales price. We will start with our competitor, Gabby Morales. Gabby.
I'm going to guess $60.
Gabby's official guess is $60. Shaq shaking his head. Your guess is what?
$49.
$49. Actual JCPenney sales price.
Are you not entertained?
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's a deal.
That is a heck of a deal. Available at JCPenney this holiday season. And now we have something, because Shaq is a fashionista. The Shaq XLG men's denim big and tall jacket. So big and tall you can't even see me.
That looks good right there.
It actually
That's
does look
hot
good.
right there.
Throw a little white t-shirt under there. Big and tall denim jacket. Dark wash, clean silhouette, built with stretch. So guys, your size you can feel comfortable with. The original retail price for this as well is $80. Gabby, your guess. The sales price at JCPenney for the XLG denim jacket.
Feels like really nice material.
It does.
Based
And you
off
get
the
Shaq's
last-
autograph on the button.
Ooh. I'm going to go $54.
$54. Very good guess, Shaquille O'Neal.
49 again.
Actual sale price. $49.99.
Are you not entertained?
Wow. And all of these are available at
You're
JCPenney.
going down, down, down.
Gabby, thank
Next
you for
time.
coming. I'm just
Oh, I win?
I'll get you next
All I do
time.
is win, no matter what.
Gabby, we might have to have you back on.
I'll be back next time.
Okay.
And I'm beating you.
This episode is sponsored by JCPenney. Let me ask you something. How do you get everybody on your gift list looking at you like, whoa, Shaq, how did you pull that off? Shh, let me tell you a Big Shaq secret over here on the Big Pod, where you know we always do it big. You hit up JCPenney. Yes, JCPenney. Me and JCPenney go way back. And they always have what I need for the family. They call me Shaka Claus for a reason. You know I'm a Reebok guy. And of course, I've hooked myself up and my crew up with some Reebok. They also need jewelry to make everyone go crazy. Oh, I see some necklaces I need. And fragrances, a must, especially my new Shaq XLG fragrance. And also, anything last minute, JCP has everything you need. Score big just in time for the holidays, like that last minute slam dunk gift for your mama. Remember, it's what they thought that counts. Shop jcp.com. Yes, JCPenney.
And now, Superhuman Shaq.
I keep telling him not to say that. I'm no superhuman. Believe it or not, I struggle with moderate obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA. In adults with obesity, moderate to severe OSA is a condition where breathing is interrupted during sleep, with loud snoring, choking, and gasping for air, and even daytime fatigue. Let's just say it can sound like...
Are you okay?
Yeah, it for real. Sounds familiar?
Okay.
If this right here sounds familiar, learn more at don'tsleeponosa.com.
This information provided by Lilly, a medicine company.
We know you have to go again. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you squeezing in. Last question, final question. I saw your roast.
Oh, yeah.
I
Shaq's
wanna
been
do
talking
a
about your
roast.
roast for
Oh,
years.
I love that.
Were you, I mean, you don't smile, you smile a lot, but a lot of times you felt uncomfortable. Were you uncomfortable doing that roast, or were you just, we're just trying to be serious?
I went into it knowing obviously
Right.
what I was getting myself into.
Because I want the same guests.
I think it's just so fun. Like
Yes.
I because what happened was, I don't know, whenever I wanted to like laugh,
Right.
I would turn on those Comedy Central roasts because there's not a lot of funny shit on TV, and I don't want to invest in like these long shows. And I used to turn those on, and it was Justin Bieber, and you were on there so many times. Man, I would laugh. And I was like, one day, and I told that to Jeff Ross. It's probably like 3 years before we did it. I said, one day we're going to do one. And we ended up doing it. So I went in, and so of course they give you all your material.
Right.
So I kept looking like, I can't say that.
Right.
I can't say that. And then the people who were writing the show said, oh no, you can't, because people are going way harder than that. And I was like, are you serious? So we kept going, and as it got whittled down.
So you were not mad?
No, I wasn't
Oh,
mad.
okay.
No, I thought like, because I think this, like, and you would appreciate this too. Like, I think a lot of people, I love being made fun of.
Right.
Because when they make fun of you, they know you're comfortable with you. They're comfortable with you, they make fun of you. Then you're really friends.
No doubt.
I think people that never make fun of you and everything, oh, it's so behaved. I'm like, man, is this real or not?
Right.
Like in a locker room, all you do is make fun of people.
Exactly.
I make every joke of Gronk and Julian and
Yeah, you said
everybody.
it to their face.
You know what I mean? Yeah, because it's just like, that's what we do. And then when you do that, when we did that in the roast, it was funny because that all those guys who are doing that are your brothers.
See, I thought you were uncomfortable, so I kind of said, maybe I shouldn't do it. But because you said you're comfortable, Jeff Ross, holla at me.
Yes.
Holla at me.
I was going to say,
love it.
how do we get Shaq a roast?
We know people.
Good.
We know people.
Good.
Yeah, but I want to do mine different. I want to call mine black and white.
And have half of the stage black and half of the stage
Oh,
white.
amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, brother. We
Thanks,
appreciate
Shaq.
you.
Thank
If
you.
you ever need anything from me, you call
Same
me.
here.
Love you.
Love you, man.
This has been a Playmaker production.